this is not just for persons that are buying 2 capsules of Ampiclox. This is also for persons that buy the full dose and not completing it because maybe they feel all right halfway. You are also the problem. So today we're going to be talking about antibiotic resistance from a practical view, right? So I'm a pharmacist at the counter attending to persons, and we see these things happen on a daily basis. People coming to buy just because someone told them that, oh, just use 2 capsules. It would help with the swelling. It will help with the boil because the Ampiclox works for those boils and all of that. But taking the 2 capsules is not actually the problem, but actually completing the dose. Because when you don't complete the dose of the antibiotic, what you're communicating to your body is that, or what happens in your body when you do not complete the dose is that the particular bacteria, right, that caused that particular infection becomes used to the way the medicine works because you have not used it as you're supposed to, and then develops like odeshi, kind of like a resistance. In Nigeria we call it odeshi, a kind of resistance to the effectiveness of that particular antibiotic. And then you do this on and off. It's not just once. You do it um, probably twice, 3 times, more than that in a lifetime. And then one particular day, you genuinely need Ampiclox to work for you. And then the bacteria has become so used to Ampiclox that the sickness you're trying to treat does not respond. I saw a doctor share on her platform how a health professional, a nurse particularly, had been, giving her child antibiotic, ensuring that the child doesn't fall ill. And when the child really needed an antibiotic as simple as flagyl, I know people think flagyl is very, very simple. It couldn't work for that child because in helping her child, she had actually abused antibiotics over time. So now this is not just about 2 tablets of Ampiclox. Whatever antibiotic it is you're actually abusing, a day will come when when your body genuinely needs antibiotics to fight infections and it will not work for you. What happens? For that particular story I just talked about, right? I think I don't want to say what I can't remember, but I think they had to import a new antibiotic that wasn't even in the country at the time and try it. And she was lucky enough that it worked for her child. Antibiotic resistance is a very serious issue, but we take it lightly just because you can walk into a pharmacy and ask for antibiotics and you get it. In very developed countries, right, you need a prescription to get an antibiotic. So we've misused, overused, abused antibiotics over time without, thinking of the repercussions. And I know somebody is watching this and telling me, please, I've been doing it for years, nothing has happened. That is what we always say until that day comes. And then we can't even share to people, maybe because you don't make it out, maybe because you are in a place that you can't even share. But we see these things happen where you're not responding to treatment, and some people come and say it's village people. Some people come and say, oh, it may be diabolic. But when you started abusing, thinking that you're saving money, thinking that the health professional selling to you those 2 capsules, right, are not informing you that not using the full dose is not beneficial to you, was doing you good, and the person that maybe tells you that you should actually use the complete dose is just doing too much. It's really a public health menace that has to be curbed. And it starts with you listening to me. It starts with me as a health professional. It starts with you as a patient. It starts with your neighbor that you see, you know, abusing antibiotics. Let's be aware. This video is actually to, promote awareness amongst individuals. As you listen, you may not experience the repercussions yet, but it's time to turn a new leaf. Stop going to buy antibiotics and not taking the complete dose. It is wild enough that we take antibiotics without prescription, but going ahead to take it without, taking the complete dose is on another level. I didn't say something will happen to you almost immediately. Continuous The continuous use of incomplete dose of antibiotic would lead to antibiotic resistance. It's time to stop. It's time to put an end to this incorrect use of antibiotics. Whether you are a health professional, whether you are a patient, an individual, you're not hospitalized, but you come across this information, please share this information. If you found this video helpful, kindly like, comment what has been your challenges. Okay, if you have any challenge, the antibiotic is too expensive, then you speak with your pharmacist, ask for alternatives that you can use, that you can afford. That's why your health professionals are there. You see that phrase that says speak to a health professional before you use an antibiotic. It's not just because they don't have something to fill that space up with. It is actually important. It helps with your decisions, like what antibiotic to take. If you cannot afford a particular antibiotic and you need an alternative, that's why your healthcare professional is there. That's why the pharmacist is there to point you in the right direction. In case of effectiveness, you're not sure, speak to your health professional. Don't just go ahead and buy any kind of antibiotics because, oh, someone told me it would work for me. I hope this helps someone. Until I come your way again, it's bye from my end.